friends, welcome to Around the House. This is our garden and we're gonna show you around today. Come on, why not?
I'll go.
There, Rachel will show you around.
Hi, welcome to Around the House. I'm Rachel Miller. Just gonna take a little walk around the garden today. I'm really excited and we're gonna look at my zinnias right here. See if there's any evidence of any bugs or something. See if we can teach you some new stuff. Let's take a look. This is a zinnia, and caterpillars really like zinnias, so that's why there's evidence of caterpillar poop. Just wipe it off. And beetles, if you didn't know this, beetles are very bad for zinnias especially. They're very bad for zinnias, beetles are, and here's a baby beetle, so just throw it, smash it, just do whatever involves killing it. This is a red pry, and I've never tried this variety of cherry tomato before. It's a different kind of cherry tomato. I've tried cherry tomatoes before, but this is a different variety, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it or I'm not like it. I've got 3 cherry tomatoes from it yet, but I haven't tried them yet because we have like a little vegetable dish inside. So this has 2 stems. So one stem is actually a cayenne and one stem is a banana pepper. My mom thinks that when she was going in that row of seeds of cayennes, she dropped one of the seeds in my row, and then it grew up to 2 stems. So now one stem is a cayenne and one stem is a banana pepper. And the bees pollinated both of them, and then so the bees gave the cayenne pollen to the banana pepper pollen. So now my banana peppers are spicy too. So I didn't, this is before I knew this. I tried one of my banana peppers. My mouth was on fire because I took a cayenne pepper. I ate one, my mouth got on fire. This is lettuce, we got it from a greenhouse. My mom's mom has a cousin, and we go to her greenhouse every year. You can watch this video here. If you want to see that video, it's already edited. We had fun, and well, I think you need to meet the person that edits it. Dad, turn the camera around.
Hey!
These are green beans. We have a whole row of them. I can teach you how to pick a green bean. You might have already known how to pick a green bean because I did it in the last video, but you might have forgot, so it's always good to relearn. You always lift up the leaves, and you always find some green beans, not always, but you always do it at the end of the stem, right there, and always use the scissors so you don't pull out the whole plant. And you can do it with your fingernails or just cut it with the scissors. Cut the ends off. Dad, why don't you try this one? So we're growing something new this year, cucamelons.
What is it?
Cucamelons.
Cucumber melons?
No, cucamelons. Cucamelons. So, they're like watermelons, but they taste like a cantaloupe. So, let's go in the so this side's cucamelons, and in here is cucumbers, I believe. This is my mom's garden, so I don't know as much about it, but the trellis, the cucamelons are gonna grow all the way up here to the top, so it's gonna be like a little trellis of cucamelons. These are cosmos and zinnias, and they're very good for the garden. The flowers help pollinate, and sometimes we'll get paintbrushes. And make sure to see the video of paintbrushes. So we don't do like any like things to kill bugs, only diatomaceous earth. And we be careful that we don't kill the good bugs. We only put the places where we need it. These are our sunflowers. We have cucumbers that are growing here, and it's going to be like a little tent because when you grow cucumbers and sunflowers, it's very cool and just helps them grow. Well, these flowers are going to be cucumbers, but there's one, but it doesn't look ready. Let's go in the tomato aisle to see if we have any red ones that are ready. This one looks about ready to eat. And let's pick it. Wait, I need scissors. tomato are these? Those are huge. I'm not sure what kind. Well, I know it's a trellis tomato, but whoa, what variety is that? That's a huge tomato. This is a bell pepper. And we have lots of banana peppers over here. Thankfully, they're not spicy. Everything's almost ready, but we need a little rain. This one looks about ready. It's kind of funky looking. Can I show them the tomato that's growing out of a tomato? There's a tomato growing out of a tomato. It's weird.
What do you think happened there?
I don't know. Maybe one of the seeds that's in the tomato got too much rain and it's starting to sprout. That would be weird. This pepper looks about ready, Dad. Really cool. All right, here's a fun fact for kids. If you have your own garden and you plant radishes and you see they're growing like this, don't be disappointed because there's little tiny seed pods that you can eat.
Let me see.
But you might want to pull them out at one point because they get huge. Dad, want to try it? I don't really like them, but person does. We pretty much went through the whole entire garden.
Today we are gonna pick all the red tomatoes because it's supposed to thunderstorm today and they could crack. And I don't want cracked tomatoes. I want good, oh no, you picked the green one? They have to be red. That one has to go to chickens. Okay, let me show you what to do. Do you see the red ones? They have to be pretty red, no green on them, okay?
Yeah, like this one.
Like that one. Yeah, like the one Rachel picked. Here, Beth. So we're gonna pick this one because if it storms today and gets a lot of rain, it'll crack. So we're gonna let it ripen on the counter. Just a little bit of green there. The other ones I'm gonna let go because they're just starting to blush. Ew!
What happened there?
Looks like some kind of bugs. I don't know what kind of bug that is.
Crack it open, see what's in it.
Ew.
Crack it open. Ew.
We're gonna give that one to the chickens. Throw it to the chickens.
Ew.
Now, if a tomato already started to blush like that, and it's still green, you could take this inside, and the gases that make a tomato green, make a tomato red, will continue to happen, and you'll get a red tomato on your counter. All of our interdeterminate tomatoes are along this wall here. They climb, 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 and when they get to the top, I don't want them to bend over. So I just clip the tops of them. It basically makes them stop growing and they'll send out some side shoots and then ripen the fruit that's on there. It's better to do that way than for it to fall over and then you lose fruit. So that's one way I do that. This is all of our determinate tomatoes in our cages here and they are looking so beautiful. Like this is gonna be so much pasta sauce. Do diced tomatoes, pizza sauce, that's a Romo. This here is my pepper row. I made a mistake this year and put the cayenne peppers on the end of the row where my kids can grab them. Luckily they haven't grabbed them yet because I've told them they're spicy, but it may happen. Next year, gotta figure out better placement for that. Here are the banana peppers, and we've been eating these fresh. These are always the first pepper to ripen, so that's why I like to plant them. There's nasturtiums everywhere. Nasturtiums are known as a pest control plant. That's not the right word. A host plant for bad bugs. So they go to the nasturtiums rather than going to my tomatoes and peppers. We got bell peppers, which you got little baby bell peppers everywhere. They'll take a while to mature and ripen, but it's worth the wait. These are all of our jalapeno plants on the end of the row here. This is what I make my pickled jalapenos with. We can a ton of these, and then it goes on everything. Cream cheese block with crackers. Clint eats it just with pretzels. It is our go-to. on everything. It's so yummy on eggs too. Green beans back here. These are my bush beans. They are covered. This dust stuff is diatomaceous earth. I've had a ton of bean beetles eating them, so I put diatomaceous earth on there. This here is new this year and probably my favorite spot because I want to create some magic and wonder for my kids and for me. There's a child in all of us. You can walk in here, it's gonna grow over. Looks kind of wonky right now, but the cucumbers will dangle down. So we got cucumbers, and on the other side are Kajari melons, which is a personal sized melon. It's the first time I'm growing this one and I can't wait to try it. I've heard great things about it and it's fun. Who doesn't?
What's it called?
Kajari melon.
No, cuca melons. Cuca melons.
Kajari melon.
Cuca melons.
Who doesn't like a personal sized melon? And then I also have just a bush watermelon growing down here, and I'm just kind of training it just to grow right here. It's a smaller variety for a smaller garden. It won't take up like a ton of space. I think it's called sugar bush watermelon. Marigolds are one of my favorite things to grow in the garden. They help deter pests, but also they are my favorite plant to save seeds. It's so simple. So when you see a dried up flower like this, it's all dried up. You could even let this dry on here longer. You pull this off, you pull this apart, and all of those little black tips there, that is one plant. Like each seed is a plant for a marigold. So you let these dry out on your counter, or if the pod's completely dry on the plant, you can store this whole thing in a baggie. And look how many plants you would get for next year. So super simple to save marigold seeds. This area last year was Rachel's little garden. As you can see, she has upgraded and gotten her own space this year. So I turned this into our flower garden, and it's just breathtaking. It's like my favorite place to be in the garden. So we have cosmos here, and this is a marigold, seeds that I saved last year, like I just showed you. I saved seeds of a marigold that I really liked. It was a white marigold, and I planted a few this year, and they came up. That's so exciting when you can plant your own seeds and they grow. These are zinnias, and zinnias are so cool because they just slowly open, so you never know what you're gonna get, and it's all different varieties of colors. Back here is hollyhocks. This is a hollyhock and an echinacea, and these take a couple years to get established. My hope for this section of the garden is that it will kind of be like a cottage garden in the sense that it kind of reseeds itself, and there'll be some perennials like hollyhocks and echinacea that'll come back every year. So this is my basil row this year. I always like to have a row of basil in the garden for fresh eating, but I also let some go to flower for the pollinators. This is dill, and this will be used in pickles. I've already picked a ton to dry for the winter, but the smell of basil. It's so good. Ground cherries are a fun plant to have in the garden. They're great to eat, but also they self-sow themselves really easily. Here, on the perimeter of the garden, 1, 2, you want a ground cherry? 3, and these were all planted by, who planted those? Did you plant them? How did you plant them? Did you spit a ground cherry out here last year?
Cherry.
Look good?
Carson last year, if there was one that wasn't ripe, he would spit it, and probably wherever he spit is where one is growing. You like to eat fresh things? Yeah? What did you just eat? Do you know what that is? Mint.
Mint.
Yeah?
This is my zinnia. It just opened last time. These zinnias. And what's these?
Petunias.
What?
Say
Petunias.
Yeah. Petunias.
Petunias.
Thanks for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed our little stroll through the garden and you learned something. That's always the goal of this channel, is to teach what we know.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe down below. We like that you're watching our videos and we hope that you like them. Bye-bye.